What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another figure unboxing. And today we've got another Figuarts Zero by Bandai. This time we've got another Dandadan one. We have Momo Ayase. Now this is the second Dandadan figure that from the Figuarts Zero line that Bandai have released. They are pretty cool. The first one I had, the Ocarun one, that was a really cool figure. It was the first time I've had a Dandadan figure. As I said in the video, I'm pretty new to the series, although I've finished 1 and 2 now. It came out last year. I don't know how long the manga's been going for. I know it's not an old manga, but I didn't get onto it anyway. Didn't know too much about it. I heard there was a little bit of hype around the show, so when it was released, I ended up watching. I've watched the first season, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's a bit different. As I said in my last video, it reminds me of Mob Psycho 100 a little bit. I feel the show has some similarities in terms of the supernatural and comedy aspects of the show and the action, but it's still quite different, even though it has those similarities. Now, Momo is one of the 2 main protagonists in the show. I would say her and Ocarun are both the protagonists in the show rather than just Ocarun. She does play quite a prominent role in the show. With Ocarun, they have great chemistry together. Whenever you see them in terms of fighting and chemistry, just outside of fighting and the supernatural stuff, just the way they can be in school and stuff like that, both characters work well together. Obviously, we see that growing into a little bit. Maybe later on, they might start to like each other a lot more. But it seems to be kind of going that way so far. Obviously, Ocarun's like the nerdy, shy kid in school, bit geeky, likes all his like science fiction novels and magazines and stuff. So, but he does have a quite unique relationship with Momo, and as I said, Momo is quite a cool character. She's quite it's quite different from your typical female leads that you get in some of the other animes. She is quite unique. It's nice to see a female character like that in some of the, compared to some of the other animes, when generally unless it's one that has female leads in it, generally they're just more as like, even though they are cool side characters and can be very powerful and that, some can even be like main characters as well. It's nice that they've got her as like one of the 2 main characters of the show, and she's quite powerful as well. As I said, the fights with Ocarun, she works well with her psychic abilities. She has psychokinesis, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we'll get this open. Now these do come in a really cool. I do like the colour pattern and the art on these Dandadan figure boxes from Figuarts Zero. I think they're pretty cool. Got some pictures of Momo on the sides there. Now this one's a little bit smaller than the other one, the Ocarun one. But I think it was only £10 cheaper. This one was £90. The other one was £100. The Ocarun one was £100. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. But yeah, we'll get this open. Yeah, we'll get this open now. And there we have Miss Ayase, Momo Ayase. It's a pretty cool figure. Get this plastic off here. But yeah, that is another really cool figure, amazing figure from Figuarts Zero from Bandai. As you can see, using psychokinesis there to form a hand. There you can see her hand creating the shape there. As I said, she is a really cool character, quite unique. I'd say out of the 2, she's more of the, I'd say a bit more strong-headed than Ocarun, a bit braver than he is. Although when he's in his transformed state, Ocarun, yeah, he's a bit more like willing to fight and that. Now don't get me wrong, he's willing to fight Ocarun, but I'd say Momo's the braver of the 2 when they're both in like their human forms anyway, normal forms. So she's got them UFO earrings there, which are pretty cool. But yeah, it's a really beautiful figure, really nicely detailed. as all the Figuarts, more recent Figuarts Zero figures are anyway. Yeah, really is an amazing figure. It's nice to get a Momo Ayase figure. It's nice that they've done both of those, as I said, because they are both pretty much the main characters in the show. It wouldn't be right just to make an Okarun Figuarts Zero figure and not have Momo Ayase. Although I do get that he's kind of like Dandadan, he's like the face of the show. It would be better if more like as we've got with Momo Ayase in the Figuarts Zero also. But yeah, she's a really cool character. It'll be interesting to see how their relationship develops further on in the show. As we've seen when they first met, she just thought he was some weird geeky kid who just loved his science fiction novels, a bit too much in that. But then once they encountered the paranormal and Okarun lost her 2 golden balls, Momo said she was going to help them get those 2 back. So from there they formed a friendship, and we've seen the weird aliens in the first couple of episodes, and they had to fight them, and from there they become great friends, and they introduce to other new friends as well, to their like little group. There's a few of them right now at the end of season 2. So yeah, we get introduced to some more of their friends later on. Obviously they're not always friends at first, but they have like a small group at the moment. But obviously we get to see Seiko Ayase, Momo's grandma. We get to see her earlier on, so we know she's like part of the group. She's like the older person of the group, the more knowledgeable, more mature person of the group. She's also quite powerful, as we've seen her in a fight with Turbo Granny. She's quite knowledgeable in the supernatural and how to defeat a lot of these supernatural entities using rituals or using whatever else they might use. As we've seen when they got that rock band, can't remember what they were called, when they had to play that song, and they were going to do a ritual to seal away, kill the evil eye who was trapped in Gigi. And Gigi as well, that's another character who we get introduced to, which is Momo's childhood crush. We get introduced to Gigi, Jin and Joji, which is Momo's childhood crush. He become involved with spirits and he battles alongside them. Obviously he wasn't aware of it at first, but he ended up being a host for the evil eye, even though he was told not to look at it and not to go and speak to it. He ended up feeling sympathy for the evil eye's backstory, but obviously it was just tricking him to get inside him, because it's the evil eye and it's evil, so it's not looking to change. Hopefully in the future he might become a good guy. It'd be nice to see him fighting alongside them without them having to convince him to do it by promise him and fight with Okarun. It'd be nice for him just to be friends with them and be willing to do it. But he's quite funny anyway, the evil eye. And Gigi's quite a cool character as well. And obviously we see Ira Shiratori, and she's quite a cool character as well. She's like the popular classmate. But yeah, Ira Shiratori, she's quite a cool character. It's nice to see her helping along. At first she was just like one of the popular classmates who they don't really like. Obviously in the school everyone likes her, but Momo and Okarun aren't really too fond of her. Yeah, despite nearly dying from being swallowed by the acrobatic Silke, Ira felt sorry for the yokai upon learning from Turbo Granny that she would be forgotten by both the living and the dead once her body crumbled away into nothingness without her aura, and ensured she achieved nirvana by embracing her and acknowledging her as her mother. But yeah, she ends up with the powers of the acrobatic Silke, so then we have 3 of them with like yokai, well 2 with yokai powers, and Momo with a psychokinesis. So then we have 3 cool characters, like when they fight in the mech, so not the mech, when they fight in the giant kaiju towards the end of season 2, and we get to see all 3 of them working together with their powers. That's quite cool. They are quite powerful characters, and it's cool just the relationship between them all. Like Ira she was the popular girl, and she didn't really like Momo too much. They're always arguing, but it's not like they hate each other. I don't think they have grown a bit more fond of each other, but I think Ira likes Okarun as well, and Momo doesn't like that. She gets a bit jealous, although I think they both get jealous, Ira and Miss Ayase, depending on whichever one's speaking to Okarun. So yeah, they are really cool characters. It's nice to have a little group of them now, rather than just the 2 of them, which it was at the start. And obviously we've seen it end on a little bit of a cliffhanger, at the end of season 2. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I'm sure Momo's not very happy with what happened at the end of season 2. So it'll be nice to find out what happened after that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing season 3. It will be quite cool. Hopefully it comes out quite soon. It seems to be a popular anime with a lot of traction, so it is hard to gauge sometimes how fast they're going to release animes, because One Punch Man's a very popular manga, and even everyone loved season 1, but for whatever reason it took too long to do season 2 and 3. It just takes too long. Other animes get started and finished before then, depending on the size of the anime, if it's just a shorter one. But in that time period, other animes have finished before One Punch Man's even, like, we're still waiting for the second part of season 3. Season 3 wasn't even, a lot of fans were unhappy. I didn't mind it too much, but a lot of fans were unhappy with season 3. I know that some of the animation wasn't up to scratch, especially compared to season 1, and season 1 was so many years ago. It's crazy how it gets worse over the years rather than better. So they just need to give it to a top anime studio and let them produce the series, and then that would be pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully that by the looks of things, I think it won't take as long as animes like One Punch Man and that, and even like Hunter x Hunter, even though that had a good run up until season 5, we've got nothing of it, even though the manga goes on and on. But yeah, I think that the season 3 will come a lot quicker than some of the other animes. I'm hoping it will be out this year, which would be nice. So I'll be looking forward to see more of that and catching up on see more of the adventures of Momo and Okarun. But yeah, there we have Momo Ayase, a brand new Dandadan figure by Figuarts Zero from Bandai. As I said, I think I purchased this one around, it was before Christmas. It was between September and Christmas when I got this one. I can't really remember now. But yeah, it's a really cool figure. I'm really happy to have some more, another Dandadan figure. As I said in the last Dandadan video, in the Okarun one, I am looking to try and get a Evil Eye figure. That would be pretty cool to add to my collection, and maybe some of the other characters as well. Maybe like a Turbo Granny figure in a yokai form, and maybe some of the other yokais. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's quite a unique show, quite different to some of the other animes I've watched, but I do like it. It's pretty cool. The humour in it is pretty funny. Some of the chase scenes, the animation in it, it is really cool. A really cool anime, and I am looking forward to seeing the next season. And hopefully they bring out Figuarts Zero, bring out some more of these beautiful Dandadan figures, because they are really cool. Like this one and Okarun, they are both really amazing figures. But yeah, hopefully they bring some more out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more statue and figure unboxings.